Shalom. I want to give all the praise, all the glory, all the honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kudash. Double honors goes out to the elder apostle, the great millstone, for teaching me the truth. Also, I want to acknowledge all Akyam, who are pushing the truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. And shalom to the elect, okay? So, I'm in Matthew 5 today through the Spirit. And in my Bible, the name of the highlighted caption of the chapter says the Beatitudes. And I'm not sure much about I don't know much about the Beatitudes, but through the Spirit I looked it up, right? And what it means, this is Beatitude, Beatitude. It means supreme happiness. And directly from the Latin beatitudinem, all right? State of blessedness, all right? Stem of bier, which means make happy, all right? Which means blessedness. So basically, supreme happiness, make happy, and that's what it is. That's what it means, all right? And these whack-ass Christians, I'll share a quick story. Before I was in the truth, when I was still, going to the Christian church and whatnot, I remember going to the church, and I was married at the time, and we would go to church, and I remember, because these Christians, they like to do this thing called the Sermon on the Mount, and I was just reading this right here, this Beatitude etymology on the online etymology dictionary, and it says usually plural beatitudes, especially in reference to the Sermon on the Mount. But it makes me laugh because when I was going to that Christian church, I remember I went like 4 or 5 weeks in a row, and I remember they kept doing the same fucking lesson, the same whatever they want to call it, the same I forget what they call it in those churches, when they don't call them lessons, but the same sermon, I guess you could say. But they kept doing the Sermon on the Mount, and then they would be like, oh, we have our guest pastor today, and this motherfucker would do the same Sermon on the Mount. Then they would have another guest pastor the following week. Oh, this motherfucker did a Sermon on the Mount, right? Then they would have the pastor's son. Oh, the pastor's son did the sermon. So every week it was the same shit, right? That's why these Christians, they don't know shit, right? And I'm in there, I'm like, damn, didn't they just do this shit last week? Didn't they do the same? Like, I remember thinking that, right? Shortly thereafter, the Lord had, exposed me to the truth, and, call y'all Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Thank you for taking me out of that bullshit, So anyway, that's just what it reminded me of. But that's what Matthew chapter 5 in my Bible, it's titled the Beatitudes. And I'm sure people have heard of that, but through the Spirit, I looked it up, and that's what it means. It also says see Beatrice, which that's kind of funny too, because that's actually my mom's name, right? Her name's Beatrice. So I didn't know that her name meant make happy or bless. So anyway, moving on. I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, and seeing the multitudes, he went up into a high mountain. When he was set, his disciples came unto him, and opened his mouth and taught, and he opened his mouth and taught them, saying, oh shit,